No, it is not raining in here today, but imagine if it was pouring rain. Without this umbrella, I'm going to be wet and miserable, but with this umbrella, I am going to stay dry and, not miserable. This umbrella is going to represent authority and those over us. And while it's an object lesson that can and has been abused by religious leaders, if used and implemented properly, it can save you quite a bit of heartache and drama in your life. So, who are my leaders that I need to submit to? Now, God, of course, is sovereign and the highest authority. I'm going to pull a few different types of leadership roles that we can find throughout the Bible. There is leadership in the family. There is leadership in government and business. And there is leadership in the church. God has set in place leadership in the family to protect us. And God, from the start of creation, placed the husband as the leader. 1 Corinthians 11:3 says, "But I want you to understand that the head of every man is Christ, the head of a wife is her husband, and the head of Christ is God." Exodus 20:12 says, "Honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long in the land that the Lord your God is giving you." God has given us many, many examples throughout the Bible for leadership in the home. He also gave us governmental and business leadership, and we should respect those that lead us and govern us and those that pay us. 1 Peter 2:13-14 says, "Submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake, whether it be to the king as supreme or unto governors as unto them that are sent by him for the punishment of evildoers and for the praise of them that do well." Then there is pastoral leadership. Hebrews 13:17 says, "Obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they must give an account that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you." Through all these structures of leadership, we have clear guidelines on submitting to authority. And as we do this, we can find that life is much less complicated and dramatic. Dad always told me a sinful life is a drama-filled life, filled with unnecessary consequences due to the choices one makes. So today, I want to cover 4 things that are missed on the church leadership front. 1, if you're going to get engaged or think about dating someone, run it by your parents, your youth pastor, and or your pastor who might have some insight or knowledge into that person that could protect you from making a massive mistake. 2, if you're going to go visit another church, let your pastor know. 3, maybe you're moving out of state. Why not contact your pastor and let him help you find a good church to go to? Because he does. He cares for your soul. And 4, if you're asked to do something at another church, whether it is singing or preaching or serving, always have that pastor reach out to your pastor. And if they don't connect, do not go until it is worked out. Now, don't call your pastor whenever they ask you what type of bread you want on your sandwich or what color car you should get. But those life decisions that can affect you for years to come, an email or a post-service conversation just wouldn't hurt. Sometimes their answer won't be what you want to hear, but by being under authority, you will look back over your life and see so many things that you were saved from by submitting to leadership. And if you struggle with submission to God's authority, go check out 1 Samuel 15:23. But for those 3 practical types of leadership roles, you can at least find comfort in the scripture, Proverbs 11:14, that says, "Where no counsel is, the people fall. But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety." Now, going back to the umbrella, when you decide to step out of that authority and safety, we open up ourselves to things that we don't even realize were a danger to us. And I want to live my life submitted to my leadership and unto God, and I want to live under the safety of the umbrella.